know what time it is, right?
Yeah. It's time. It's time to level up.
You ready?
Yeah. Let's go.
Welcome to our holiday edition of the
Yes,
Next
yes.
Level Up podcast show. I am your host, Dwayne Sylvester, and I am here with my boy.
Y'all know what time it is. This is Brother Fred. It's time to level up in your heart, your mind, your spirit. Happy holiday.
Happy holidays. All
Let's
right,
do it.
we're going to jump right into it. This edition of the Next Level Up podcast show, we're going to be talking about what does love look like.
Yes.
Are
Yes.
y'all ready for this? We are here with our guests, our beautiful wives. This is...
Latasha Sylvester.
Who are you?
Yo, boo.
Yo, boo.
Right.
And we have the lovely
Laquana.
Laquana.
Hold on. Laquana what?
Laquana Bolton.
You know,
All
'cause that
right.
last
That last name means
that
something.
last name means something. Don't be tripping to
Yeah.
put that name out there. You put my name on it.
Hey.
We always like to have fun, and we're gonna jump right on there. Hopefully, we have some couples out there viewing us. Again, we want you to like, share, and subscribe. Let people know you're here. You're tuned in with us. All right,
That's
we're
right.
gonna jump right on into this series. We're talking about again, what does love look like?
What does
Okay,
love
so
look
we've been
like?
in a relationship for a long time. I've been married for 24 years this year, and you've been married for how long?
Ooh, it's been about, 25 years, babe?
So,
25 years.
wow. So,
Amazing.
there's a lot of ups and downs
Amazing,
and
yeah.
everything. And again, we like to be transparent.
Yeah.
We like to be straight to the point. We don't like to sugarcoat anything. We like to put it out there,
Yeah.
the truth. Because relationships is not easy. A lot of people find themselves happy in their singleness, and ain't nothing wrong with
Right.
you being happy in your
Right.
singleness. But in the same sense,
Yeah.
having someone you can share your love with, someone, especially in the holiday time, you want to be
Mhm.
booed up, sitting up under the little fireplace or the Christmas tree, exchanging gifts. No one wants to spend the holidays by themselves. So, we're going to work through some of these issues and some of these little things, just figuring out what does love look like.
That's it.
So, we're going to start with the ladies real quick.
Oh,
Fred.
yeah. We can start with
Let's
Start
hear,
with the ladies
let's
first.
hear
Ladies
from
first.
either one of you. What do you think that love looks like in the relationship? And we can speak on our marriage or our relationship, or you could just speak in general, coming from a woman's perspective. What do you think, or what do y'all expect, or what do y'all want, love to look like in your relationship?
Well, I would say I want it to look like the love that God has for me. I want you to love me like that, and I want to love you.
Oh, she went deep. She went spiritual.
She went straight
Okay.
to the spirit. That's what I'm
straight
talking
to
about.
the spirit.
Wow,
Okay.
wow. I like that. I like that.
So she said that she wants it to look like the way God looks at you, right? That's
No,
what
the way God loves.
This is where we messed up.
I'm just asking.
The way God loves you, I want you to love me. And
Okay,
that's-
so like how God so loved the church, you want Him to love you like
Yes,
that,
unconditionally.
unconditionally. Okay, we just want clarity. We
Oh,
want some clarity.
And she's serious about it too.
Right, you giving me a little sassiness, Right.
That's
But you know what though?
love.
That's good though, because years ago, God gave me that revelation about husbands love your wife as Christ loved the church, and I'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Okay, Quantum. What does love look like for you?
Love, to me, love is patience.
Mhm.
Love is patience. A lot of time, I know we as women, we are imperfect beings.
Yes.
So when we come together, we both have come from different backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we have to be patient and say, okay, he may not know how to love me the way that God is ordaining him to love me. So I have to be patient
Mm-hmm.
in order for him to learn how to love me. So patient is a jewel thing in a marriage. Patience.
Okay, is it a time step on that patience?
Yeah.
Is it? I just want to know because like you said,
Right.
as he's growing as a
Mhm.
man, maybe for one person they'll get it within the first year. Maybe someone it'll take 5 years, maybe 10 years for them to really catch on. Is it a limit to that time of patience?
It is a limit.
Okay. Well, is it a time frame?
limit. It's a time frame.
Because if you don't get it together by
a year or two.
Oh,
A year or two?
A year or two, or it needs to be some marriage counseling or something.
Yeah.
right, because he's not right, because he's not getting what you put down. He ain't picking up what you put down. That's what you said.
Exactly.
All right. So, ladies, do y'all agree? Is it a time limit?
Yes.
You know, I mean, but maybe he need a little bit more time than 2 years.
And that's
Well,
why
he need a little bit more Jesus then.
Right. I mean, you know what?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
All right.
All right,
I get
so
it.
Fred, okay, I got what you said, Quanta. I got you. It's time. It's a time frame. You didn't put a 2-year time stamp on it.
Right.
2 years, counseling, or go back to the cross. You say 2 years, counseling, or go back to the cross.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so Fred, from a male's perspective, what would you say? What does love look like for you?
Well,
Well, your
for
wife
me-
said patient.
Right. Yeah. Well, right. Well, to me, love looks like communication. And the reason why I said it, and I'll break that down a little bit, because with communication, first of all, you have to be selfless when communicating with one another, because it's not about based on what I feel,
Yeah.
but also her feelings and how she feels.
Absolutely.
And then when we come together, we need to come together based on how we feel about a certain situation.
Yeah.
You know, so communication is very important. to me.
Okay,
I
so we
agree
got
with that.
patience, we got communication, and
love.
well, yours was like love,
Love,
like love,
yeah,
love like
And that's
Christ.
powerful too, Ty.
And so,
I
in
mean,
mine would be, I say love would look like understanding. So understanding
yes.
one another,
Like-
because again,
Oh, yeah.
you can get lost in the interpretation of what you're conveying, what you're showing in love,
Right.
or even in that time of being patient. I'm being patient, but it could be like going into turtle pace. I'm showing you love, but it's not
Right.
the love like Christ love, because I'm not perfect. You know, again, I'm not that person yet. But again, as I continue to grow in God, then I will have Him to create in me a pure heart to be able to understand what you're talking about or what you want from me as a man. If a man really loves his partner or his wife, and the woman loves their husband, they would have a little bit more understanding when it comes to the amount of time it may take, what it looks like to love, you know, that person through its up and down. Because you got to understand that people come with a lot of baggage. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like trauma is
Yeah.
real.
It is. It is.
I
It is.
can love you through your process.
Uh-huh.
I can love you through your process. That's not a problem. It's just I'm gonna follow you as long as you following the Lord. When you stop following Him, I'm gonna stop following you.
No, I'm saying like, so you
Right.
said like if he's
Yeah,
following.
Because then you won't treat me right. You won't love me right. There's
Yeah.
no
Well, what if
understanding.
what if they don't know how to love you?
But you know what I think that comes with what we just said, communication, because even in communicating, you have to be transparent.
Mm-hmm.
Transparency is very important in communicating, dealing with marriage and all of that, because with the transparency, you need to know who I really am. I look, it's like I need to really convey to you the real me. You get what I'm saying? I need to do that, because if I don't, and then I don't want to catch you by surprise, and then I need to know the real you. So we need to sit down. We need to talk about that,
Right.
and be honest. When I say transparency, I mean honest.
But some people just, you know, even with that transparency and honest, that we being 100% real, like we say, we keep it 100 over here at the Next Level Up podcast
That
show.
is correct.
Okay, I'm showing you that I come with all of this baggage. I'm showing you I got all this pain. And, you know, according, you know, to the ladies and your wife, you know, it's a time limit on that. You know, they say, you know, time heals all wounds, but, you know, you only giving me a 2-year healing process, but I have years depending on when you entered into a relationship. You got all of this trauma and all these years or all this understanding one another and breaking this, you know,
Right.
yourself down. That is it fair to say that because I found Christ, let's say in my 40s, so that's 40 years of trauma that I got to deal with, that you only giving me the 42 to really
Well,
get
that's
it
where
together.
communication
Well,
comes
yeah,
in. Like
yeah,
you said.
and see-
And
but-
then it also goes with how do you want to grow? You know what I'm saying? Okay, if you got this trauma, what are you doing the next step in order for you to heal in this trauma? Do you want to go to marriage counseling land? Do you want to talk about it? What are you going to do in order to get your healing? What are you going to do to improve in whatever that you want through in your marriage?
Well,
It has to be some. It has to be some type of steps.
well,
You know what I'm saying?
it does, but then let's just go back to what you said in the beginning, Tasha, when you said, to love you just like the Lord loves, or whatever, or
Us,
yeah. Now let's think about that, because that goes on both sides, because you can't, and I think this is a lot of division in marriage, even, and I'm talking about saved marriages,
Yeah.
is because the man can feel like, okay, well, of course you love God and everything, but you can't be so spiritually inclined with God that you're not inclined with your husband, and vice versa. The husband can't be so spiritually inclined with the Lord to where he forget about his wife. So let's go back to what you said. You said now the scripture of husbands love your wife as Christ loved the church, or whatever. So now you got to figure out, how does Christ love the church? Now think about that. How does Christ love the church? Now the thing about that is, how do you feel in the presence of God? God is patient. So when you come to God, no matter how much you messed up, no matter how bad you messed up, or how unfaithful you was, when you come to God, you can always feel his mercy even before you come to him. You can feel his mercy.
Yes.
You can feel his grace. You can feel the patience. God is slow to anger. You get what I'm saying? And so, and that has to be on both ways, because if you come to me, you should feel the presence of God then. In other words, saying that, hey, if you mess up, you come to me, I should have the same patience, and you should have the same patience with me.
Yeah.
Do it make sense?
I believe,
Does
I
it make
believe
sense?
that's true.
If it don't, it's
Because why did God say, husbands, love your wives? And he said,
Why? That's it.
respect your husband.
Yes. Submit.
Right? Did he say that?
Yeah, submit one to another.
Yes,
Submit one to another.
submit
but
to your husband,
He didn't.
Tasha.
So why didn't
Submit.
he say the reciprocal? Why didn't he say, wives, love your husbands? Why didn't he say that?
Well, I'll tell you like this, because first of all, it is the man that
It's the head. And
he's the head.
Yeah.
He's the head, but then he is responsible. Like the word husband. The word husband means he who bands his family together.
Yeah.
So the husband is responsible for the family first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, we're gonna segue right on.
I ain't about to argue,
into our next little segue. So, in this relationship, what does love look like? How can we keep this relationship spicy? Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk
How
about
can
that.
you keep it spicy? Do
Spicy,
I put some
red
hot
hot
sauce on it?
spicy?
Yeah. Do I
Frank's
put
red
some
hot
hot sauce
spicy
on it?
or habanero.
Hey, wasabi hot. I'm talking about that flaming hot. Yeah, that's that Cheetos hot. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what though? I'm gonna say this. I'll start off with this. To keep the relationship spicy, to me, you got to have intimacy in a marriage. And I'm not just talking about sex.
Yeah, because
Okay.
intimacy is not sex.
Right.
Just to make that
Exactly.
clear.
I'm not just talking about
Intimacy, fellas, is not sex.
Yes.
Intimacy, ladies, is just not sex.
Okay, well,
Let's
hit
talk
it.
about
Hit it now.
Yeah,
Hit it on, because the
yeah,
viewers want to know.
right.
Okay, what you mean by that now?
Because intimacy, doing some study and some research, and then being in a relationship, I've learned that intimacy is the foreplay before sex. And so you tend to build up the climax of the woman based on the level of intimacy that you have with her. If you just jump right on in, she's still cold. The fire is not hot. So you have to build her up
I knew you was
in
gonna-
order
Right.
for
Okay.
it to get spicy. That's what I say, spicy. And you'll know if it's spicy enough based on body language,
Absolutely.
based on a level of movement that take place within that elevation period, I would say.
Right.
That intimacy period.
Right.
Because again, we we can be as being, I know we just like to jump right into it. Let's get right
Well,
to
not
it.
me.
'Cause-
Not me.
okay.
I like
Well,
to take my time.
you like to take your
Yeah, I
time.
do.
All right. Well, okay. Well, but I mean, that's just something they have to learn because a lot of women say that. But you know, in other
yeah,
relationships,
yeah.
I know y'all been married a long time, but
Yeah.
y'all remember
But
when,
I'm gonna
before
tell you
were
something.
saved,
Yeah.
sanctified, filled with me.
But I'm gonna also say this too. In intimacy, it's nothing wrong, and I'm gonna say this, fellas, it's nothing wrong to get a perspective from your wife or get advice from your wife of how she want you to be intimate with her. Because
Absolutely.
sometimes you can think you know what to do.
And
You
don't.
get what I'm
And we
saying?
have
But,
no
yeah.
answer.
And we
And
rolling
then-
our eyes. And
But no. See, you.
But no, vice versa too.
Or you don't want to
We
be
can walk y'all
selfish
down the aisle
and make it
too.
just
Yeah,
about
yeah,
you.
Yeah. We
You
can
know
show
what I'm
you what to
saying?
do. You ain't doing it right.
Right.
You ain't doing that right.
Right.
Slow it down. Ouch.
Exactly. Right.
I'm gonna leave that right there. Ouch.
Uh-huh.
Y'all fellas know what I'm talking about. Ouch. Hold on. Open up a little bit more. So, how do you keep it spicy,
So
ladies?
I would
Yeah.
say, listen, let me say something.
I keep it
you
100.
better stir up the gift. Okay,
Stir
you
it
better
up.
stir it up. Stir it
All right.
up.
Stir up
I would
the
say-
gear. Oh, God.
I know that for me, I know when my husband, when he has had a long day from work, and a lot of times as men, they go through a lot at their job.
Mhm.
And so when he comes home, I want him to feel like a king. You know what I'm saying? So I would
Smiling.
like ask for his feet. I would love for his feet to feel comfort. So I would like have a hot bucket of water
Mhm.
with like Epsom salt so he can relax and feel like a king. He don't have to think about what he's been through at his job.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Or he can have like hot bath for the jazz music.
Yeah, I
You know,
like it.
stuff
Keeping
like
it spicy.
that.
Now, how
Yeah.
often do we get this?
He gets
Often. Yes. Often.
All right.
Yes.
I'm learning something new.
Yeah.
You know, because that is
And
good.
she's and what I love about my wife when she does that is that you know she
Go ahead, let 'em know.
It's like
Let
this.
'em know.
It's like this. It's like we like role play.
Uh-huh.
You get what I'm saying? So
No, cops and robbers.
or right. So put it like this. If I come home, you know, I might be coming home to a sexy nurse. You feel me?
Okay, yeah. Nothing
You
wrong
know?
with it, yeah. That's again, we're
You
talking
get
about
what
how
I'm
to
saying?
keep it spicy.
Exactly, keep it spicy.
Yeah.
Because that's what we like to do. You know, we like to role play. And I was saying to her before, you know, like, hey, let's go somewhere, you know, like a nice, you know, hotel or something, and I can meet her, you know, downstairs at the bar, and I don't know her, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And we
play
just,
that role,
yeah, you know,
yeah.
we role play.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and we,
yeah.
you know, so yeah,
Like that.
I mean, you have to keep it spicy.
Yeah, is it
You have to keep it
necessary,
spicy.
honey, to keep it spicy? Is it?
Look at
If you want to stay married, it's necessary.
Don't jump off the water. She's like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
so. Yeah, you know, I
You
like
have
to keep it spicy. You
Of
know, I'm
course.
the romantic
Yeah,
one.
he is.
I am the
I would
romantic.
say
I'm
he
just
is
being
romantic.
funny and asking
You
a
have
question
to.
because
You
I
have
go
to.
in my head and I really try to be creative in all the
Mhm.
years that we've been married to really just try to dive into different aspects
Of
of
course.
spicing
Right.
it up,
Absolutely.
keeping it fresh. And you know, like it's been 24 years. I'm running out of ideas. Y'all may have to put in the comments like some ideas.
Well, you have
Before-
some pretty good ideas.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Tell me
wow.
about the anniversary.
Which one?
The one that you took me on the horse and carriage.
Okay.
All right, come on now. Come
So
on.
this is our 15th. This is our 15th year anniversary. Our
Okay.
11th, we had this big party. We be on odd numbers, you know.
Yeah, I don't know why, yeah,
we
this
just
is-
go on odd numbers. This is how the
Mhm.
finances work. But this particular anniversary, I wanted to really do something special. It was our 15-year anniversary.
Okay.
And again, we was, in the trenches together. Like my wife supported me when I didn't really have it,
Absolutely.
to provide. Like she
Absolutely.
would give the shirt off her back. That's the type of person she is.
Yeah.
And that's why
That's
it's
what's up.
easy to love her because she's not in expectancy of anything. You know what I'm saying? My presence, she say, alone is satisfying enough for her. Sometimes I think it's just words, because let me not come with bearing a gift. But no. But so, women talk about, you ain't got to give me nothing.
Right,
Give me
right.
that. Hey, he didn't even think about it. But this particular anniversary was really nice because I did go all out, and it's on your level of being able to do, So this particular anniversary was our 15th. So I started the day off with us having breakfast. So we went out to breakfast. We ate, we talked and chopped it up. I told her to, pack a bag because we were going somewhere afterwards. So after breakfast, we went and we had a couple massages. So we had got massages and all of that. And all the while I had all this stuff, planned.
I didn't know
went out
else.
and already bought her an outfit, a purse, some shoes. I already went to the hotel room and
Come on now.
had that all laid out with the rose petals and all that.
Yeah.
Prior, so I did that early. I got up early before we went out to breakfast to do the I'll be right back type of deal, and I had to make a quick run,
Real
get that
quick.
quick
That's
early
right.
check in
That's right.
to
That's
get
right.
all this stuff set up, being intentional.
Yes.
Being
Yeah.
intentional about
Intentional,
all
yes.
of the
That's
details.
it.
I had
Wow.
already booked our horse and carriage ride that she knew nothing about.
didn't know
I
nothing.
booked, a makeup
I didn't
artist,
know.
one of her favorite who does her makeup for all of her galas and gala. That's Rashida, the glam doctor. Y'all
Sweet.
probably know her.
Shout
That's
out.
my friend, 20 years plus. Shout out to the glam doctor, Detroit owned makeup artist. But so after we did the massages, then we went to the room, and so she like what's next? So we went to the
Right.
room and chilled out a little bit. She seen the stuff all laid out. She was all happy
was
about
that?
it. And then later on that evening, that day, that's when I said, okay, it's time to get dressed. Yeah, the makeup artist came,
Sweet.
did her
That was
makeup.
beautiful.
Then we went downstairs. She thought we was going to dinner right then and there, but we actually had a horse and carriage ride downtown Birmingham, rode around there. After we came back from that, then we went out to dinner. And then from dinner, we went back to the hotel. But it was just a full day, that I had thought out and intentionally planned, just because I wanted her to feel special. Again, I try to
That's what's up.
think outside the box as far as different things that I like to do for her to make her feel good. Now, that may not be something that your wife like or your girl like. Whatever she likes. If she says she like jumping out the helicopter, maybe you want to. I mean, for real,
No,
like
I
some
don't wanna
people,
do that
some
now.
people are adventurous type of
No.
people. Some people are,
Now, let me ask you
you do
something.
what makes them happy. Yeah,
Did you get some sleep?
not
No.
much.
All right.
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah.
Not much.
Yeah, look at Tasha, you still close.
It was a memory. It was that good loving party.
All night long.
So, see, that type of love, what time of your life?
Right, yeah,
So that was
yeah.
real fun. So again, over the years, I've tried different
That's
things
what's up.
that really.
But you
just
gotta keep it spicy.
Yeah,
You gotta
keep
keep
it
it
spicy.
Yeah.
Now, so it flows right into our next question and segue. Is it important to continue to date then? As you become,
Absolutely.
in this relationship, is it
You
important
have to.
continue to date? We know each other. You're
Absolutely.
tired. I'm tired.
That's
You
why
know-
we plan. That's
Yeah.
why we plan dates. We plan dates. At this stage
That's
in our
good.
lives,
Mhm.
we need to plan. Like you said, be intentional about what we're doing.
Mhm.
If it's months in advance, like we had a concert yesterday, months in advance, even though we didn't get to see the concert, but that's okay.
Yeah, we digress.
I know.
That was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah.
But, nevertheless, it was just being with my husband was the key component. that
Yeah,
I
we
love.
rode around downtown as busy as it was because Reliance was down there trying to get into the venue.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
drove and
And
we drove
drove.
for 3 hours and still didn't get into the venue.
That's
So
all
we
right.
just went on out to get something to eat.
Mhm.
That was terrible. You know what I'm saying? Even though I
Yeah.
love my city and all that, but that was just terrible.
Yeah.
That they didn't have a better planning. Like all the venues
Mhm.
that's down there should have their designated parking areas. It shouldn't take one venue to override another
Right.
one because again, that's money lost. You know, we just spent money for concert tickets to go to a concert when there was absolutely no parking within, you know, almost a mile of
Not
the
even
venue.
a mile, even more.
You know,
more than
and
that.
so
Wow.
you got your lady looking cute and all this other type of
Right.
stuff. Ain't nobody
wasting my
finna
cuteness.
you
Well, not
finna
really.
trace down, you know, downtown in their heels and all that. So it was just unfortunate because I really wanted to see the concert and I was upset. So, you know, again, I digress after that. But again, so it is important to
It's
date,
very
right?
important. Very important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
So,
And
yeah.
what I love about that, about dating, is that, you know, it's always good, you know, because my wife and I, we love to reflect back on how we first met, you know, like far as like our song, you know, our song that we had. You remember our song? Right. So yeah, dating is
Yeah, I seen the little
awesome.
picture that y'all put up
Oh,
too.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that was really a
right.
throwback. That was really nice though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It really was. It's good to look at how, you know, we didn't grown into our heads, you know, because you had the watermelon, I had one too. Yeah, you grew into it. I was like, wow, but you look the same. I can say that because it's my best friend.
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm like, wow, yeah, she see potential.
So, babe, let me ask you a question. So,
Mhm.
how is dating important to you?
Well, I think dating is very, very important because a lot of times when we're married, we get so comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot get comfortable.
Comfortable in what?
Comfortable in the sense of stating like,
It's not necessary.
it's not necessary to
Mhm.
date.
Right.
Or it's
They
not
know I
necessary to
love
do
them.
this.
Right.
Oh, they know I no.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
a trick.
That's the trick of the
That's
enemy.
that's a trick of
What,
the enemy.
that'll let somebody else
Yeah.
slide in?
Yes,
Really?
absolutely.
Right.
So
Oh.
you have to keep the fire burning. You have to keep
Because if the flame go out.
intentionally. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
You better weigh that sucker back
Oh
on.
yeah.
We did a quick start.
You have to be intentional because you have to keep your marriage spicy. You have to keep it interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
She's very good at that.
Oh, so you play tag, you with?
Yeah, you have to be spontaneous.
Yeah.
Or hey,
Or duck.
I might. Hey, listen, I might want to.
Very.
I might
Yeah,
want to get
spontaneous.
51s
You
and
have to.
at home. I might want to
Oh.
get a little dance, get a little pole dance or
Now,
something.
see, I would do that, but
You find it,
you know,
don't
I
play
don't-
that.
Are you spontaneous like that? Like, as far as, you know,
What?
like spontaneous, like
Yeah.
like that
See,
kind
I'm
of
a
spontaneous.
spontaneous
Yeah,
person.
get
You
a
talking
pole.
about
Like,
for her to do it, not me.
No, I'm talking, honey, I'm talking about.
Oh, you right. You want me to get some singles? That's what you're saying?
Give me a pole or something.
Yeah.
Well, we need some structure because we didn't have some epic fails on these videos. Guys. These polls. Y'all just construct
Yeah, you
video
better get
thing,
some of that
and
steady,
you go
yeah.
to swing it around, and then you be outside. You know, woo! We done broke tables, backs, chairs, tables. Like, come on now.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's sturdy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta make sure it's sturdy. You know, you ain't a spring chicken, honey. You know, but you'll jump up there. That's what you say. You want to jump on
Wow,
the
he said ain't spring chicken.
But you know what though?
Nah,
But what y'all feel? Look, but how
Come
do
on
y'all
now.
feel about that
Get up
though?
on that
Because
then. Get up on that. Swing from the chandelier. You know I'm all
You know
for
what's
it.
up?
I'm Hey, challenge.
What's up?
Come
All
on,
right.
man.
You
I
better
said,
go
Paul.
get your glasses off the beach.
so look, so how do y'all feel about that though, ladies? You know, like some people go, you know, some ladies go and take, you know, pole lessons. What do you feel about that?
I
I
think
would
that
like
would
that,
be
yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah,
That's a good form of
That would
exercise
be
too.
Yes,
Yeah.
it
that
is.
would be. I
Yeah.
would love
That
that.
would be really, really good. I think that's
Because like
very
you said, we
important.
have to keep it spicy.
You gotta keep
If he
it
looking
spicy.
inside, he ain't got no reason to look outside.
Okay,
Okay.
so
All right,
so
now
it's nothing
touch-
wrong with being
Say it now.
saved and
Ain't
then
nothing wrong with being saved
And
and
sliding
slipping around that pole and coming on down and
but privately.
privately, though.
Right, yeah, let's
Right,
make it
That's what I'm
clear.
saying.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right, because we don't want to
Mm-mm.
send the wrong message out here to people because they are viewing. They say, "Oh,
Right.
first lady."
No, if you're married and if
Private
that's
liberties, that's what we call
privately
it.
in your home,
Yeah,
that's what you
private
wanna do for
liberties,
your
of
husband,
course.
Do what you do.
Man, please.
Yeah, because I think that's just the whole
Yeah.
misconception that
Yeah.
again we become so saved that
Mm-mm.
you forget to bring that level of intimacy, that
Mhm.
level of spiciness
Yeah.
back into your
Then you wanna play
relationship.
church
you
music
know.
in the bedroom.
Who
Ain't
do
nobody
that?
got to do
And
that.
I tell you
do
what,
that.
listen.
Everybody do that.
Y'all better,
y'all,
hey.
y'all do not play Shirley in the bedroom. Do you? Do you? I know you don't.
I'm
I
trying to
just
tell you, y'all.
and I
better
love
look.
the Lord. Like we have fun on our podcast. I
Yeah.
love the Lord. But I ain't doing that.
You better read
Not,
that
sir.
Songs of Solomon.
No, y'all ain't doing that. Tell me y'all ain't doing that.
No.
Y'all is not playing the
But
Hezekiah
you know,
Walker
like you
up
said,
in
though,
there.
sometimes they're so safe and starchy. That's how they are in their marriage.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
right.
Starchy.
Yeah,
Starchy.
Starchy.
No, we ain't doing that.
So you don't want me to put on the Yolanda Adams, do you?
No,
No.
no starchy.
No, you don't want to hear that?
No.
You don't-
Absolutely
No.
not.
No? Okay.
Not over here.
Smack it up, flip it.
Oh,
Hey,
hey!
because with our private liberties, no, we ain't listen to no.
Right, exactly. I just wanted to make sure because we can get misconstrued, in that.
Right.
And so, we want to keep that thing spicy. We want to continue to date and keep
stir it up,
right, and keep on knocking on each
Keep on
other.
stirring it up.
Pop, pop, pop. Oh.
Honey, when it get dry, you better stir it up,
Look at y'all. All right, spicy. I like it.
That's right.
I like it spicy. I like to keep it interesting.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's one of the reasons why we, are married for the years that we are married.
Right.
Not saying that it have not come with opposition.
Of
Not
course,
saying that we
of
haven't
course.
come with any disagreement. So it just moves us into the next thing. Is counseling, necessary for relationships, or marriages? Is it necessary? Do you think you need counseling, or do you think you can converse with one another and iron out your differences?
I think that you do need counseling at different points of your marriage because it's help you along. Because in the beginning, you can say you're all lovey-dovey. You're not really focused on communication because you don't really know how to communicate in this type of relationship yet. So yes, you do need some coaching along the way, different points in your marriage. Now, when you get to our point, we should be good. We should be, but if we're not, it's available, and you should take advantage of it.
Because this is a taboo in our
That's
culture that don't know one go to no shrink and tell them their business. Well, who can tell me about my relationship more than I know? What do you feel about that? Like, do you think it's necessary?
It's very necessary.
It's
very necessary?
It's very necessary because
Why though? Why?
the reason why it's necessary because I might not can be able to hear him, but if you're getting guidance from somebody else, they can input and allow you to correct what needs to
Give
be
you some enlightenment.
enlightenment in your marriage and everything. So I think
Absolutely.
I think it's
Yeah.
not.
it's
Yeah.
very
Yeah, because
necessary.
sometimes that third party entity is the person outside looking in,
Yeah.
and she can help navigate
Yes.
some things in a relationship that we're in
Mhm.
to then be able to say, this is what I see, or this is what I feel would be something helpful,
Right.
useful for this relationship to flourish and grow.
Mhm.
So again, it's not a taboo. I think back in the day, we swept everything up under the rug as a culture,
Mhm.
as a
Exactly.
family.
That's what I was about to
And
say
we
too. Yeah.
hid behind
Absolutely.
the shame of the arguments and disagreements, and then just the men were the head of the household, and that a lot of the women back then didn't have the education nor the work ethics or skills that they were homemakers. They stayed at home. This is what they did. So
Right.
again, we're taking old traditions into a current relationship, or this is how my granddaddy did it, this is how my daddy did it, and some of them are just lived in unhappy marriages, and then
Yeah,
some
they
of
did.
them lived in through divorces and stuff like that because they never dealt with the
Right.
issues.
And you don't have to always wait till something bad happens before you go for counseling or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Like
said
I think what is really helpful in a marriage is going to certain type of marriage retreats. You get what I'm saying? And do different things and all of that. I think that's good.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. It keeps
Yeah,
it like 'cause I know
absolutely.
when we before even the pandemic and when we were traveling every year, we had the most fun just getting away. It allows for us to not care about tomorrow. Like when you at home, you got bills, you got work, you got
Right.
responsibilities. But a vacation, just to get away, it's just
Man.
even if it's just for a weekend, it's just like, oh my
Yes.
God,
I know.
this is
Yes.
what is
We had a
needed.
good time.
Oh yeah, you can just laugh. It's almost like
Absolutely.
it's necessary. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
it
saying? To
is.
keep the
It is.
spice alive, to keep the
Yeah.
intimacy level, to keep the communication, the understanding.
Mhm.
It's just necessary, you
It
know,
It is.
for us to do that. And this whole series of what does love look like? It looks like all of that.
It does.
It looks like all of that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. And if that makes any sense, love looks like love.
and I would say that is how you make it. Love is what you make it.
Exactly.
Yeah. So your love can
Exactly.
look different than my
Exactly.
love.
That's right.
Your love can look different than mine. You know, again, like everyone interprets love different. Some people
Mhm.
like reading books and just going to the library and taking strolls along the river. You know, that's their
Why you have to
love.
say it like
right?
that,
Well,
though?
because you know you got that
Ooh.
hippity, like the hippity doo dah, you know, the zippity doo dah
Mm.
type of relationship. You know, the bubbly personality. And then you got the straight up, you know, hey, I like to say, swinging from the chandelier, you know. Like, so whatever that
it.
is for
Let
you.
me see it.
Let me see it. Boop, boop, boop. Okay. So again, let's stay on course. So again, this is why you know we got these years here because we keep this laughter. This is real. Like as y'all can see, like we are always having, and then when us together. This
Oh
is,
man, when we all do
oh,
vacations,
this is crazy.
It's
man.
amazing.
we
So,
be having
We
fun,
get to
man.
talk to the frogs and we get to,
Don't say that on the video. You up there making people think you're crazy.
That's inside. That's
yeah,
inside
you would
joke,
never, and
y'all.
I'm not going to even
Inside
go there.
joke.
Look. So,
Yeah.
now we're going to, you know, before we come to this end on our thing, we're going to talk about your love language. There are 5 love languages that we need to
Right.
know.
All right.
What is your love language?
I'm good with
Okay.
that.
So we have words of affirmation.
Mhm.
We have acts of service, receiving gifts, quality time, or physical touch. You can only pick one. You can only pick one. What is your love language? What is your love language? What you mean?
I got more than one.
Really?
You
See,
don't know what
complicated.
is it?
You tell me.
You tell me what is my love language. I know yours. Yours is act of service.
And you picked that one. I did not say no act of service was.
Tasha, that's cheating. You got to talk about what's your love language.
Because that
What is your love language, honey?
No. You first, Tasha.
My love language is quality time.
I already knew it. I know what yours is.
Okay.
So what would be the other one? You said it's several. Physical touch.
See, I tried to say that last time.
Right.
And I,
Yeah, you can't. Right. You're right. Right. No, I'm talking about all of them. No, you can't have all of them. And actually, mine is to be truthful. Is words of affirmation. To know that what I'm doing matters, and
Absolutely.
the time that I spend away from my family, that it means
Mhm.
something as far as the hard work that you put in
Right.
and all that. And
So I've
of
been
course,
doing the wrong thing?
Huh. Well, you know, I think we all have bits and pieces of the love language, like you say, is a combination
Yeah.
of it. But if I had to just pick one, besides physical touch, most men we gonna say physical touch, you know. But I'm just saying not to be shallow. You know, everybody want to be physically touched. Like, who gonna say no to that? So if we could just eliminate physical touch and had the other 4, because it's gonna always come back to physical touch. You know, if you give me words of affirmation, I'm gonna physical touch you. You know what I'm saying? If I'll give you some quality time, at the end of the day, you're gonna be physically touched. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think that comes a part of it. So, Fred, what is your love language? Have you thought about that?
I have.
Yeah, what is it?
All love. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm going to say words of affirmation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think as a man, I think
Because I
that's what
love
it is.
that. Yes, yes.
So you
yes,
like your
that's-
ego stroke?
Well, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, so when I said
I-
honey, you did a wonderful
ego
job
stroke.
today, that was
That was affirmation.
The
yeah.
ego,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
But I want it to be sincere.
It is sincere.
I don't want it to be just no.
It's sincere.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I said
Okay.
words of affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
Yes.
Did you know that? Did you?
Mm.
All right. What's your love language?
My love language is I love the service. I love
Acts of
doing-
service.
Yeah, acts of service.
So you
Yeah.
prefer him
Yeah.
to
That's
do
true.
stuff for you?
That's true.
Yeah.
What?
That's
Like what?
Yeah.
Like what? Some of the things would you like?
I love little things.
Okay.
Like I like for him to help.
Help?
Around the house.
Around the house,
Stuff
doing
like
laundry,
Yes.
vacuuming the floor,
Yes.
sweeping,
Stuff like
washing
that.
walls,
Yes.
dishes.
Mhm.
That's
All of that.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah,
That's
she
acts
loves
of
that.
service. That
Yeah.
makes you happy.
Mhm.
That turns you on. That turns you into
Mhm.
the nurse,
Oh,
the
yes.
doctor,
Yes.
the little Red
And,
Riding
and,
Hood.
and look, and to get the boy, I clean everything. too.
Yeah,
Cook
pine,
everything,
salt,
yeah.
and bleach.
Like, you want some biscuits,
Right,
baby?
Shoot, that's all I gotta do is wash these dishes.
Shoot.
Oh yeah.
He's really good at washing though. I
Oh,
will
yeah.
fold, he will wash.
Okay.
So we
Uh-huh.
share.
Yeah, she likes that.
Yeah,
I'm not good at washing. He
Mm-mm.
does his own washing.
Right, yeah,
He don't
because
like me to wash his.
well, because she turned a couple of my clothes,
He
I
shouldn't
wanted
have
my
so
white
many
shirt.
of them. I was
right.
just trying to get them all clean.
Well, yeah. So you just threw them all in the washer at one time, huh?
Yes.
My whites is pink and gray, dusty and dingy.
Wow,
Like,
but that
come
is
on.
so true. Acts of service
Yeah.
is
Yes.
your love language.
Yes, it is.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
You like
Like,
people
babe.
back, bro.
No, but I'm saying like
When
she's
you put it
true
in
to that.
context.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
true to that.
Yeah, after you thought about it, you like, it is that.
Yeah.
It is that.
Mhm.
And it is
That's
words
And mine
of
is words of
Yeah.
affirmation.
So you will, and now you know.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
So when
Yeah.
do I get mine?
What, your quality time?
The other one.
Oh, hey, whatever. Hey, as long as the door open, I'm coming in. Open up the door so I can come
Oh,
in.
Lord.
Oh, we had right,
We have
literally.
too much fun.
We have way
We have
too much fun. Again, we're gonna segue right into our final segue of our podcast, and it is the word of the day. And today's word of the day is
What is it?
patience.
Ooh.
Patience.
Patience.
It is the capacity to accept or tolerate
Mm.
anything that you go through in life. And that's just what it is. In a marriage, in a relationship, we have to have patience. When you want to find out what loves look like in your relationship, you have to have patience. You have to have understanding. You have to have communication. You have to have all of the things. You have to have love. You have to have all the things that make your mate happy. And it starts
Right,
with being
right.
patient with that person.
Yes.
Because I understand in a relationship, there's so many layers. There's so many layers. Like so many people bring so much to us, and we just haven't been able to deal with all of the things that we have. Some good, some bad, some lists short, some
Right.
lists are long.
Mhm.
But just have patience with your loved one, with your man, with your woman, to be able to dissect and just peel back those layers so that they understand that you're there for them, that you see them and and you're there for them. I think that having patience is a beautiful thing if
It
you
is.
really love that person.
Yeah.
You'll really be able to tolerate all of their little nuances and all of their little isms and schisms, and ultimately love them like Christ loved the church.
Yeah.
So, what do you say on patience? You have anything to say on patience? You got
I
anything to
think
say?
I'm very patient.
I'll say,
Yeah.
yeah.
Patience is the key.
I'll add on to that, just like you said, and I love it. You said just like Christ loved
Yeah.
the church.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome.
That's just what it is. That's what we have to be. We have to be an examples of what the Christ in us look like on the outer part of
Yeah.
us. We can't just be hearers of the word, but we have to be doers. And if we walk in his integrity and his love and his joy, even having a show like today, we
Yeah.
laughed, we talked about some risque things that you would never think that a pastor or ladies of the church would talk about, because it's so taboo. It's like, we don't do that. Yes, we do
Yes,
that.
we do.
We are human.
Yes, we do.
We do it. And if you want to know what
Yes,
your
we do.
love language is and what love look like for you, then maybe you need to explore some of the things. It's okay. God said in his word that there's no defiling methods between a husband and a wife. I ain't saying this is just out here arbitrarily for you courting and dating, but let me see if they got acrobatic skills. No, you make them an honest man, make them an honest woman. to be able to say, yes, I'm loving you through all of everything, and I'm going to marry you. And then you can explore and do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
But we like to have fun and break it up to let you know that it's all right to be saved and sexy. You can do it both.
Okay.
Be saved and sexy. You know what I'm saying? Be healed and whole. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
So at the end of the day, we want to make sure that you continue to love on your partner. Show them the way that love looks like in your relationship.
Mhm.
And I tell you, she'll show you what love looks like.
Okay.
All right? But
Okay.
until next time, we want you to be bold, be strong, but most importantly,
Be blessed.
What you think? No lies. Live long enough. See how sometimes everyday living is too hard. We bring in the word with a new vibe. I've been feeling too dark.